Open world games. These are personally my favorite kind of games.
But nothing's perfect.
Not even my hair.
Some things that suck in video games apply to all or at least most genres.
That's a list for a different day. Today we'll be focusing on problems that mostly apply to, are most commonly found in, and just suck the worst when found in free roam open world games.
Whether it bore us, frustrate us,
Or make you want to kill developers with my bare hands.
or make us want to kill developers with Cole's bare hands, these tropes, factors, qualities,
Delios.
just don't fit our cup of tea. Keep in mind, this is our opinion, and there are no right or wrong opinions here.
Except we're the ones on the internet with the list, meaning if you disagree with us, we are right and you're wrong.
Okay, so this is our top 9 worst dealios in free roam games. Why top 9 instead of top 10? Because we do what we want.
Number 9. Unfair chase moments. Unfair chase moments can be quite a problem when you actually want to catch the person you're chasing eventually. I understand that, you require a challenge, and that sometimes these can be used to make the game fun and exciting, but other times they just pop out of nowhere and force you to restart. This can be a real problem in free roaming games because losing a person for just a second can end up with you losing that person. The entire time you're trying to get back to them, back on course to find them, the entire time you're looking around, they're just slowly getting away from you. And by the time you get back onto course, you get your act together, they're gone. Like I said, I understand that this can be exciting and done well and can be used for a challenge, and is necessary many of the times, so I'm putting it low on this list.
Number 8. Now we have those games where you have those massive open worlds, and you're super amped to, start to explore and find new things on this big open world, and, first thing you do, open your map, what do you get? Black, uncharted, inaccessible zones of the map. And yeah, we've all had those experiences before, and they suck. So either you have to go and manually explore them, wait until it's unlocked in further gameplay, or the most ungodly gamer's nightmare, DLC, paid content. Having these blank spots in the map is supposed to be something to look forward to, gaining in further content in the map, but honestly it's just kind of inconvenient. Looking forward to something in future gameplay may seem like it's sort of a goal, but really, do I have to wait to access places? Why in games do I not have the free will of movement until I've done certain things in the game that pertain to those areas?
Number 7. Pointless movement across the map. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Koyo, pointless movement across the map? What are you talking about? Well, character I just made up, calm down, I'm going to explain it. This shows up in Assassin's Creed a lot. Instead of having characters just be in a cutscene or stay in the same room, or just have the characters move on their own, they'll decide to exposition and plan something while walking somewhere, and you have to actively participate. And when I say active, I'm stretching that because it's very, very, very slow. This may seem petty, and while I won't deny how petty I'm able to be, really the worst part is how boring it is. Even if the conversation is interesting, I still don't want to follow Da Vinci around the city all the time. Why? Because he's slow. I understand the character probably isn't based very well upon the actual person, and I hope not, because Da Vinci could have gotten a lot more done if he didn't walk around the city like a distracted senior citizen. Why can't I figure out a way to match his speed? I'm either walking, and I'm just going way behind him, or I'm walking fast and running, and I'm leaving him the damn dust behind me. It's terrible. I can't match this. Just because a game has a massive map that you want players to explore doesn't mean you have to force them to meander through it.
Number 6, bad driving physics. So this isn't really that hard to explain. Massive worlds need faster forms of transportation, so, players don't get irritated at having to walk around a massive map. In most cases, this is either a car, or a horse, or some weird mixed breed in between them. Fortunately, in this very useful segment of gameplay, most games manage to screw it up completely and turn a Sunday drive into a bloody massacre, or, turn a $300 bazillion sports car into a mess on the side of the road. Another equally important subject on the matter is navigation. when you set a waypoint on a map, you should be able to find that area on the map, correct? No, not in most cases, because you end up usually having to search through a bunch of areas and you don't really know what height level you're on, and they're usually hard to understand, and they usually aren't the most accurate or effective ways of traveling and getting there. So, that's the problem.
Knowing what the hell's going on in your game and being able to figure out what you're supposed to be doing, it's pretty important in a game. Unless you like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But once a game's explained itself, it's explained itself. It's fine. I don't need to be told every goddamn minute. Why would you want to create this big, open world for me to explore if the entire time while I'm trying to explore it, you're constantly giving me a notification that I need to be doing this small centered thing somewhere over else? I mean, I don't need that. I don't need it. Really, I don't. But the real problem isn't about how annoying it is. It is annoying, but that's not the biggest issue. The real issue is just, it insults your intelligence. What do these designers think their demographic is?
Is no health regeneration. It's no doubt that video game characters are much like gods in the fact that they usually are capable of surviving through more than one death and can take unreasonable amounts of hits and damage and generally bullets. However, healing is usually necessary to do well in these games. Often lock you into a mission where, you need at some point to heal, but you can't because that's just the way the game works. There's no shops, no nothing, and you can't revive yourself. It sucks. These situations are annoying and occur in pretty much every video game that, uses that whole system. So, it's unfortunate, and that's why it's on the list.
Number 3, not enough freedom. Well, this one's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. So what I mean specifically is things that you need to personalize your character with, maybe clothes, hairstyles, just adjectives and attributes of your character, when you don't get to choose them, when the game just sort of decides that it knows best for you. If I decide, if I'm picking out characters' clothes, if I want to have a certain type of shoes with a certain type of jacket, and the game just decides that I don't, the game is wrong. Like everyone else who disagrees with me. GTA 5 is a good example. If I say I want Franklin to wear the same black suit that Trevor can wear, I'm not like being a woman and in reality I say one thing and then I really want like something different and like you just gotta like guess and like decide what you want for me. I'm being serious. I really do want Franklin to wear the same suit as Trevor. Okay, you gotta trust me, okay? Can you trust me, game designers? That I don't know what I want. Can you trust me? Please, come on. Can you trust me? Really? Can you trust me? Please? Okay, good. Thanks. And in all reality, I guess game designers do know what they're doing to a certain degree. I know this is confusing considering I've spent the rest of the time on the list shitting on them, but sometimes they know what they're doing and other times not.
This happens in pretty much every free roaming game that's, ever existed. When you have to escort some stupid, dawdling, incapable character that somehow is invincible, yet also they're helpless, which is a really crappy combination. And also, they have little, stupid, extremely repetitive, and overstated commentary that just... There's nothing more to say. Nothing more to say.
We happen to both be right, not because we're both just super picky, but it's in fact because, well, tailing missions blow. In a car,
Keep a 2-car leg.
on foot, on a donkey,
Keep a 2-donkey leg.
doesn't matter. Because whether they're on whatever, and whenever the game, they're always some of the most boring parts of the game. Think following someone around without knowing them is fun? Well, it's stalking. Cut that out. But it's even worse in video games, because it's boring. Tailing missions suck, and they show up in free roaming games just to break up the fun. It's terrible. I'm Cole.
I'm Michael.
And this
has
is
been
Cole's-
Michael's...
You motherfucker. Ow, God. Ow, shit.